Make your life a masterpiece. Pope Leo XIV's powerful message to the world. On September 7, 2025, Pope Leo XIV stood before tens of thousands of faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square and delivered a message that cut through the noise of everyday life. During his first canonization mass as Pope, he declared two young men, Pier Giorgio Frassati and Carlo Acutis, saints of the Catholic Church. But his homily did more than honor their lives. It became a global call to action. The Pope's message was clear and deeply personal: do not squander your life. Make it a masterpiece. He spoke not just to Catholics, but to anyone searching for direction in a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain. Using the stories of the two new saints, Pope Leo reminded us that greatness is not found in fame or wealth. It is found in how we love, how we serve, and how we turn our lives toward God. Two saints, one timeless lesson. The canonization of Pier Giorgio Frassati and Carlo Acutis was a historic moment not only because of who they were, but because of what they represent in today's world. Pier Giorgio Frassati, born in 1901, lived a brief but deeply impactful life. Known for his joy, generosity, and love for the poor, he spent his days climbing mountains, studying engineering, and serving those in need. His faith was active, loud, and unafraid. He lived it in politics, friendships, and the streets of his city. Pope Leo praised him for showing that holiness is not something hidden. It is something lived out in public. Carlo Acutis, born in 1991, became the first millennial saint. He was a teenager who loved video games, coding, and spreading the faith online. Diagnosed with leukemia at just 15, he offered his suffering to God and left behind a legacy of digital evangelization, especially his work cataloging Eucharistic miracles. His motto, "Not I, but God," became a quiet revolution for a generation searching for purpose beyond screens. Both saints lived in different centuries, with different tools, in different worlds. But they shared something profound: a life centered on Christ, and a desire to use their gifts, whether hiking boots or a laptop, to glorify God. Holiness is for everyone. Pope Leo's homily challenged the idea that sainthood is reserved for mystics, clergy, or miracle workers. Instead, he painted a vision of holiness as something woven into the fabric of everyday life. He encouraged young people in particular to embrace the adventure of faith with courage and conviction. He said that to follow God is not to retreat from life, but to live it more fully with meaning, with freedom, and with joy. He reminded us that God is not asking for perfection, but for surrender. That we do not need to have it all figured out. We simply need to begin. Holiness, he said, is found in those who love radically, serve quietly, pray consistently, and refuse to live a life of indifference. A wake-up call. This was more than a canonization. It was a wake-up call. In a world of distraction, Pope Leo called for focus. In a culture of consumption, he pointed to sacrifice. In a time when many feel lost, he offered clarity. Make your life count. Use your talents for something eternal. Let your life become a masterpiece, not in the eyes of the world, but in the eyes of God. Final take. Pope Leo XIV's words were not just an invitation. They were a challenge. They asked us to look at how we are living and ask ourselves, what am I creating with my life? What will I leave behind? Through the witness of Saints Carlo Acutis and Pier Giorgio Frassati, we are reminded that sainthood is not about escaping the world. It is about transforming it, one act of love at a time. What are your thoughts? Please like, subscribe, and share this message to help raise awareness and inspire others to make their lives masterpieces too.